People will always try to do things that don't seem possible. We've already done some fantastic stuff, like a fly to the moon and building a tunnel. This video will look at the world's 10 most expensive megaprojects. Number 10. The Channel Tunnel. The Channel is another name for this vast project. It is a 50.46 kilometers train tunnel under the English Channel and connects Folkestone and Coquelles. And the only fixed link between mainland Europe and Great Britain's island is the Strait of Dover, also called the Channel. It goes from France's northern coast to England's southern coast, which is 31.4 miles. This project has 3 tunnels. A project that cost $22.4 billion was paid for privately by 15 British and French companies. The boring machines started digging for the projects in 1988, and the tunnel opened in 1994. The undersea part of the Channel Tunnel is the longest tunnel in the world, and it is worth $22.4 billion. Number 9. The Great Dig. The Central Tunnel Project, also known as That Big Dig, was a very expensive megaproject in Boston that changed the path of Interstate 893's Central Artery. When the rerouting of significant lanes was planned, the Big Dig cost about $23.1 billion. The planning process started in 1982, and the building was finished between 1991 and 2006. The project was finally done on December 31, 2007, just over a decade after it was supposed to be done. It cost millions of dollars, more than anyone could have expected. Because of this, the Big Dig was the most expensive highway project in the US. It had many problems, like cost overruns, lousy design, delays, leaks, low-quality materials, accusations of bad execution, and a criminal arrest, to name a few. Number 8. Apollo Space Program. The Apollo program, also called Project Apollo, was one of the most expensive big projects we can think of. It was also the third project in which people from the United States entered space. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration ran it. From 1968 to 1972, it was able to prepare and land the first people on the moon. The Apollo 11 lunar module's landing on the moon in 1969 as part of the space program is still one of the most significant technological achievements of all time. Before this decision was made public, much research and thought went into it. To make a dream come true by 1969, a lot of money and work had to be put into it. It was done successfully for the first time on July 20, 1969. During this time, Neil Armstrong of Apollo 11 got out of the lunar module and put his foot on the moon's surface. It was worth $25.4 billion. Number 7. International Airport of Kansai. Kansai International Airport is a major international airport in the greater Osaka area of Japan. Also, it is the international airport that is closest to the cities of Osaka, Kobe, and Kyoto. In the 1960s, plans for the new airport began. During this time, the government started to worry more about losing trade with Tokyo. It was built on an artificial island in the water to protect it from earthquakes, noise complaints, and tidal waves. It has been able to stand up to typhoons and earthquakes since it was built. In 2012, they added a second terminal linked to the first one by a free shuttle. Its value is $29 billion. Number 6. California Fast Rails. This vast project is still being built in California, the United States. It is a high-speed rail system that is being paid for by the government. Work on the high-speed rail in California started in 2015, and the first phase is expected to be finished in 2029. The project has already cost much more than the $33 billion planned. And based on how things are going, it is expected to reach $98.5 billion. When it is finished, the high-speed bullet train will run from Los Angeles to San Francisco on tracks that can support speeds of up to 220 miles per hour. Number 5. Dubai Land. This vast project was first talked about in 2003. When it was first proposed, it was one of the most ambitious plans for a fun place to go anywhere in the world. The work on this project is still going on. Already, it is one of the most expensive things ever done. Some people thought that Dubai needed a big family-friendly attraction, so they came up with the idea of Dubai Land. Arabian folklore has already been used in the design of Dubai. The country also wants to build a Disney theme park, an Apple theater, and many other fun things. Due to a lack of money, construction on the Dubai land was stopped in 2008. But when it started again in 2013, it would be worth $76 billion. Number 4. King Abdullah's City for Business. King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who used to be King of Saudi Arabia, announced this massive project in 2005. Even though it was one of 6 megaprojects announced in 2005, it was the only one that was started. This project is named after King Abdullah, who passed away. This megacity is more than an hour from Mecca and will become a new place for tourists to visit in Saudi Arabia. It will have high-end hotels, luxury villas, a huge airport, and prestigious universities. It also has neighborhoods for people to live in, which is meant to help the area's economy grow in different ways. Its value is $100 billion. Number 3. Caspian Fields. The massive project is in the Caspian Sea, and it started making money in September 2013. The Caspian Fields are where the most significant oil has been found in the past 40 years. Part of the building process involves making islands in a sea that stays frozen for long periods. Pipe leaks and other problems can cause delays, though. When the project was being built, the fields were under a lot of pressure, which made it very dangerous to drill into them. The project began in 2017 and aimed to make more than 90,000 barrels of oil per day. So say the experts. As much as 13 billion barrels of oil can be taken out of the ground. The cost of the megaproject is $116 billion. Number 2. The space station in space. In low Earth orbit, this is the biggest modular space station. 5 space agencies from around the world are working together on the project. The ISS goes around the Earth, and scientists do astronomy, physics, and biology experiments there. It was made on Earth in 1994 and put together in space. This project was a success because 14 countries worked together on it. The space shuttle and Russian rockets were essential tools. But no one moved into the station until 2 years after it was built. After 26 years of service, the International Space Station is one of the most expensive megaprojects ever. Its value is $150 billion. Number 1. The Interstate Highway System. This massive project in the United States is a network of highways with controlled access. This project in the United States connects more than 47,000 miles of road and is still the most expensive construction project ever. It took 35 years to finish, and work began in 1955 when Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. People thought this project was necessary for national defense because it would give more ways to get in and out during a war. The cost of this project is $459 billion. Will any project cost more than the top 10 mega projects on our list? Please tell us what you think in the comments. Thanks for coming to watch. We'll talk again in the following video.